Hello everybody, welcome back to War Thunder, and this is the RM Pola. I have a test drive thanks to War Bonds, and today we're going to be checking out this ship because I thought it would be interesting, and sure, why not? So, we're going to bring this out in the Naval Arcade, and we're going to see how it does. I'm going to give my personal opinion of this ship. This will be my first naval vessel review. So, what are we looking at? The RM Pola features 4 turrets with two 203mm cannons each. Then we have 6 dual 100mm, 4 dual 37mm, and 4 dual 13.2mm anti-air guns. That's going to round out to a whopping air defense, and quite something at that. For now, though, let's see if we can actually survive to get close enough to use our guns effectively, because we are not particularly hitting targets here. She is classified as a heavy cruiser, which means that she's going to have bigger guns, a little bit more survivability. I believe, I haven't been able to confirm this yet, because I'm just starting to look at the ship now. This is essentially a Zara class to my understanding, or at least something pretty similar. It looks a bit like the Zara to me, at least. I haven't been able to look at it super close, so don't take that with a grain of salt, but so far, I've played a couple of games in it, and she is quite rugged for a heavy cruiser. She survives quite a bit. So, yeah, I like it. Gets the job done. We're going to see if we can take out this destroyer real fast. He seems like he's taking a bit much of an interest. Here you go, buddy. You can have high explosive. Sir, I'm going to suggest you don't do that. That's kind of mean of you. I don't much appreciate that. That is some real high explosive to be landing right there and taking out deck crew. That is quite something. 20-second reload on the main batteries with a... What is this reload? What's our secondary reload, guys? Let's see here. Roughly 7.8 second reload on the secondary guns. The other interesting thing is this technically counts as an aircraft carrier. As you can see, there's a plane that is kept below deck just in front of the main guns and is set up in a way that it launches off of catapult on the front of the ship. So, am I a carrier? Not exactly. Do I want to pretend I'm a carrier? Yes, I'm going to pretend this is an aircraft carrier. Mainly because it's fun. Come and get it, boys. Yeah, I am missing the target, and I'm hitting him pretty much directly. I'm not even hitting him, and I'm getting pretty good, pretty consistent damage on him. I quite like what I'm seeing there with that. Might have to go deal with C in a minute. I could put myself between this island between me and it, and try and take the zone using the aircraft. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm quite set up for that. I could do it, I just don't know if I should try with that guy there, at least. That is some serious high explosive. So, thoughts on the ship thus far? I have yet to have any kind of planes try to actually bomb me, but to my understanding, the AA on the ship is pretty good. My other understanding is that the survivability of this thing is quite... I like it. I like the survivability of this ship. If you're looking for something unique, the Italians are definitely interesting. Oh, we've been hit near the conning tower. That's fine. Who needs a conning tower anyway? I don't. I don't need the conning tower. The conning tower is for evil people who don't need conning towers. There's this guy gonna decap? Probably not. Let's see what we can do about that guy. Hello, America! USS New Orleans? You're gonna eat this. So, a bit of context about me and War Thunder Naval. I am one of the first people who was actually streaming War Thunder Naval. Though I disappeared from the planet shortly after the CBT, and recently I've been returning to content creation in the form of, well, YouTube. Of course. Why don't I stream? I don't know. Personally, just nerves, I guess. I feel like there's a need to constantly speak, and that's kind of where we're going with it. I'm gonna rock the attitude till it drops me. So switch back to AP for the heavy cruiser here. Let's increase our effectiveness. I'm fat fingering the S key. This is fine. Pew pew! So, leak list as of late. There's a big leak list coming out. Some interesting things on that leak list. The leak list is from a Chinese creator. If I can, well, I don't exactly know how to video edit just yet, so we're gonna get there eventually. But for now, interesting things on the leak list. It is suggested that there is the F-117 Nighthawk is on that leak list, which is very interesting to me. That is a stealth aircraft, for those who don't know. And for those interested, while it is stealth, I'm going to deploy my own stealth. Naval-wise, there was something interesting on the leak list that I want to talk about, though. On the same leak list as the Nighthawk, there was a particular Japanese destroyer escort, the DE-228, I believe it's pronounced Yabari, I think, correct me if I'm wrong. That ship is interesting because of one factor. It carries harpoons. Mildly. Oh, hi. Hello, sir. When did you decide to join us? We are getting hammered. We are getting very hammered here. This is fine. I'm not paying attention to where I'm going, and it's very obvious. Eat this! That guy's not dying as quickly as I'd like. Get him! Oh, we got him. Good. Ah! Well, that happened. Well done, Mr. Admiral Hipper. Unfortunately, now there are two of them. So, we are going to turn our guns against this destroyer. Hey, buddy! Hope you don't mind high explosive, because it's being loaded. Pew pew! Come and get it. Can't stop me, boys. Who's next? New target, Sierra 1. Is classified as Hawkins class. Man, we had some gumbo tonight. We had like some Cajun gumbo, and that stuff was so good. If you've never had Cajun gumbo, it's kind of like a stew with like chicken and like sausage and rice. It's super good. If you ever find yourself in Louisiana, definitely go for it, because holy cow. There's no place like home. You know what? I'm gonna regret saying this. So there was this Mr. Bean thing a long time ago, and it's basically he goes to this really fancy restaurant, and he doesn't quite understand how to eat a lobster. So he ends up like he ends up sucking the head, but he's like chewing on it and stuff. If we ever get to 1 million subscribers, I will find a day and we will do some kind of like we'll do something with crawfish, something crazy. I'll have to figure out exactly what I'm gonna do with it, but that seems like a really fun idea. Because I've never... A lot of people suck the heads on the crawfish. I've never personally done that. So, for me, that would be quite the experience. You know, now that I say that, sucking the head of a crawfish sounds very inappropriate if you put it in the wrong context. Get your brain out of the gutter. We don't like that. Probably wondering why I'm zooming in and out. I have a nervous tick, and it tends to make me zoom in and out very rapidly. It's not intentional, but it's just the ailments of life. Why are we not turning? Clung. It's not about why, it's about why not. It's you and me against the high explosive, son. I like your style. You make up your own rules just like me. And it ends in your explosion. That goes down. Let's see what we can do about this. Hello. I'm gonna guess that's, you know, I'm actually not sure which one that is. Well, we can check. Southampton. Alright. Looks a bit like the Belfast. They all kind of look the same. A lot of these late war British cruisers, very cool ships, but they do start looking a little bit similar towards the middle of the war and late war. Not that they're not good though, they are very effective at what they want, when they want to be. The problem with them is they mostly fire sap. Unlike me, who fires AP with 391 millimeters a pin, or high explosive with 58 millimeters a pin. That is enough to blow through a destroyer. Die, robot! We must band together to defeat the robot menace. Torps, 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 torps. That's not good. Torpedo beats, boys. Can't beat them? Eat them. Like this guy. Hey, Emden, do you want to die? Some of me zooming out is actually me adjusting the aim, though. I will say that. Kind of depends on the case. Pensacola, you need to not. You need to leave. Sir, you need to leave. You need to leave. Get off my lawn. You too, buddy. You're not allowed on this lawn either. I'm pretty sure I could hit him with high explosive and it will be just as effective. Ow! Not sure who's doing that, but you need to cease your heresy, or else. You know, Mikuma, some people might decide they don't like you for that. I, however, am a civilized adult who couldn't possibly dream of hurting a fly. Unfortunately, you're a germ. Cease your heresy. You are not allowed to hurt anyone. I can't hurt a fly, but I will 100% bleach. I will commit to the bleach. There will be bleach. We must kill 99.9% of the germ. Oh boy. Well, that's not good. Hello, Atlanta. Well, that is the Pola. And as you can see, it takes a fair bit to kill this thing. I'll give it credit where credit is due. It takes a lot to beat it. But we've still got to try and continue this match, so let's get into the next boat. So far, my highest tier is 4.7 in the Italian tech tree for naval. I will be doing a naval review eventually of the tech tree once I get farther along, but I need to get a lot farther along in the Italian tech tree before I can officially say anything. Like, I don't want to say anything just yet about how good the tech tree is as a whole, but so far the Italian tech tree, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It's been a good enough tech tree that a lot of the times you can get the things done that you need done. The guns hit pretty hard overall. I'd like to see some more damage out of these guns, but I mean, the rate of fire is not bad. It does well enough, and we're gonna go on to the rear end of this ship review. So, what is there to know about this vessel? Let's see, the Pola. So, this is test drive, thanks to the Warbond shop. What do we want to note about this ship? So far, her armor has proven to be quite decent. However, she does not feature turtleback, so she does not react well to being hit by a plunging fire. Plunging fire being the kind that comes down from the top down. She also features a very large ammo rack up in the bow, but it is deep seated. So that's going to be hard to ammo rack from there. This one's going to be a little bit hard to ammo rack from here. My recommendation when fighting this ship is to long range, armor piercing. You want to penetrate the softer deck armor and go through these two layers in order to hit the ammo under the turrets. Aim for those areas, you'll probably find success. Aside from that, don't bother trying to torpedo this, because if it hits anywheres along the bow, well, okay, don't torpedo it in a bow-in situation, because this is going to absorb literally any torpedo it touches. If you get a broadside, pretty much anywheres you hit's going to hurt, so I would say that works out pretty well. It's a great ship overall. I've quite enjoyed my time with it. I'm probably going to continue running this at least for another hour or so. But for now, I'm going to call this one here, and I will see you next time. Sarador out. Thanks for joining me, guys.